All right, ladies and gents. Excuse me. Here we go. Lesson 3. Let's see what we have. Number jam. The counting train. Doesn't sound so tough. Oh, I've done this one before. Pick a box. Here's what they're saying. There's 14 in there. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. In it goes. Next one. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, I'm going to pause this. I think you guys can handle that pretty easily. All right, so my number gym was pretty easy. Let's go to the sprint. See what we have here. Enter as many as you can. 60 seconds. Multiply. 3, 3, 6, 6, 9, 12, 12, 15, 15, 18, 18, 21, 21, 24, 24, 27, 27, 30, 30, 9, 3, 6, 30, 27, 12, 24, 15, 21, 18, 30, 15, 18, 3, 27, 12, 9, 6, 21, 20. Over. How many did I get? $38. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, ladies and gents, on to the lesson. Let's see what we have here.
Hi, Zearner.
Hello.
Today, we'll multiply and divide numbers by the powers of 10. Let's hit it. First, let's create a powers of 10 chart. We'll start with 10. 10 times what number equals 10? Fill in the unknown factor.
Well, 10 times 1 would give me 10 for sure.
10 times 1 equals 10. I'll show that here in the chart. Now, let's think about 100. 10 times what number equals 100?
All I need to do when I'm multiplying by tens, all that does is add a 0 to it. Like, see, 10 times 1, I just added a 0 to 1 was 10. Now I have 10 times what would give me 100? Well, I need 2 zeros, right? So how would I get 2 zeros? By multiplying it by 10 times 10. Now I'm going to get, I have a 0 here and a 0 there, because 1 times 1 is always going to be 1, and then that's going to give me 2 zeros. This 1 times 1 was 1, and I only had 1 0. See, 1 times 1 is 1, and then 1, 2 zeros.
10 times 10 equals 100. I'll show that here in the chart. This time, using only 10 as a factor, how could you multiply to get a product of 1,000?
Okay, so I needed 3 zeros now, right? Well, 10 times 10 would be 100, then times 10 more would be, I would get 1 times 1 is going to be 1, times 1 is still going to be 1, and I need 3 zeros, and that would give me 1, 2, 3 zeros. See, this would give me 4 zeros. No good. This one.
We know that 10 times 10 is 100, and 100 times 10 is 1,000. I'll show that here. The number of zeros in the product is the same as the number of zeros in the factors. We can see that here. 10 times 10 times 10 has 3 zeros in the factors, and 1,000 has 3 zeros. How many factors of 10 did we have to multiply to get 1,000?
3 factors of 10. They're saying 1, 2, 3 tens it took.
We multiplied 3 factors of 10 to get 1,000. We can use an exponent to show how many times we use 10 as a factor. 1,000 equals 10 to the third power. 3 is the exponent, and it tells us how many times we use 10 as a factor. Now, express 110 using exponents.
Okay, ladies and gents, so an exponent just tells you how many times you needed to use that number. I needed 10 3 times here, so I have 10 to the third power. I have 2 tens here, so I have 10 to the second power. 1, 2. Says I need 2 tens right there. That's it. This one, I only have 1 10, so that's telling me I have 1 10. You never really write 10 to the first power because that's just 10. Okay, this means I need 10 times 10. This means I need 10 times 10 times 10. So this one's 10 to the first power, but we don't ever really write that one.
100 equals 10 to the second power. 2 is the exponent, and it tells us how many times we use 10 as a factor. 10 equals 10 to the first power. 1 is the exponent, and it tells us how many times we use 10 as a factor. Let's keep building our chart in your notes. Today, we're working on Mission 1, Lesson 3.
Again, if you don't have that, we don't have that. I know
I'll
we don't,
turn my
so
notes
just a
this
piece of
way
paper
to
is fine.
complete the chart. What are the multiplication expressions for 10,000, 100,000, and 1 million, using only 10 as a factor? Write them here.
Okay, so 10,000. Oh, give me that paper back, honey. Yeah, 10,000. That's going to be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So I could get myself 4 zeros, and then 10 to the fourth. This would be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, 5 times, to give me 5 zeros, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would be 10 6 times. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And then it would be 10 to the sixth power. That's what it would be.
Check your work.
That's what I said. And then 10 to the fourth, 10 to the fifth, 10 to the sixth. Why would this be the fourth power? Because I need 4 tens, excuse me. And this one would be to the fifth power because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens.
Now, complete the chart using exponents to represent 10,000, 100,000, and 1 million. Remember, the exponent tells us how many times we multiplied 10.
So like I said, again, this is 10 to the fourth. Why? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. This is 10 to the fifth power. If power is that little number, so it'll be 10 with a little 5 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. This one will be 10 to the sixth power, 10 with a little 6 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. However many of that number you would multiply times itself, that's how you get the exponent.
We multiplied 10 4 times to get 10,000. So 10 to the fourth power equals 10,000. We multiplied 10 5 times to get 100,000. So 10 to the fifth power equals 100,000. We multiplied 10 6 times to get 1 million. So 10 to the sixth power equals 1 million. Check your work.
Okay, I'm going to guess they're going to do that again, so I'm going to pause it here. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back on the very next problem. So they're saying 3 times 10 to the second power equals 3 times what? Well, that's 10 times 10, right? 10 times 10 is 100. Little secret here. However, whatever the exponent is, that number is how many zeros you're going to need. So since that exponent is a 2, that means I'm going to need 2 zeros. See how I did that? So that's 3 times 100.
10 to the second power equals 100. So 3 times 10 to the second power equals 3 times 100. Nice work. What is 3 times 100?
Well, then that's just, come on back. 3 times 100 is just a 3 with 1, 2 zeros. Again, just add the zeros. Simple.
3 times 100 equals 300. Yes. Try this next one on your own.
All right, so that's 3.4 times 10 to the third power. So that's times 1,000. All this means is I need 3 zeros. But the problem is my decimal point's here. So that's going to count as one place value over, 1. Now how many more do I have to go? 2 more. So now I'm at 34. But I need 3 zeros. We're going to count that place value, that one place over, as one of the zeros. Okay. Now I need how many more? 2 more. I know that says 3, but I already moved it over one place value. I need to move it over 2 more. So 1, 2.
Now, let's divide by numbers with exponents. 700 divided by 10
Decimal's going to be
to the
going the
second
opposite
power.
way now.
Write this division expression without using an exponent.
All right, so again, the exponent's going to tell me how many places the decimal is going to move. 2 places, okay? So the decimal in 700, we said this the last few days in a row. If you don't see a decimal, it always comes at the end. So the decimal is here if you're looking at my cursor. I have to move now to the left because this number is going to get smaller because I'm dividing. How many places am I going to move to the left? 2 places. So 1, 2. So I'm left with 7.00. 1, 2 places. 1, maybe they just want 7. Let's try that. Oops. Maybe they just want 7. No. 10 times 10 is 100. That would be right. Check the answer. Let's see what she says. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving them the answer already. They're looking, what am I dividing by? I'm dividing by 100. I'm already giving them the answer. The answer is going to be 7, though, or 7.00. Slow down, Mr. Calvert. Read what they're asking you.
10 to the second power equals 100. So 700 divided by 10 to the second power equals 700 divided by 100. Beautiful. Find the quotient.
Okay, so now here's where my 7 comes back in. Like I said, okay, so now 700 divided by 100, you get rid of the zeros. It's 7 divided by 1. It's going to be 7. I think it's a lot easier the way I did it the first way. I don't have to do all this. Like I just said, count. It tells me I need to move 2 places. I start here, 1, 2, right? Like I did it in the first place. I think my way there, again, is a little bit not easier. It's just you can skip a step. Skip a step.
700 divided by 100 equals 7. That's it. Try this last one on your own.
Okay, let me slow down. Well, 7.1 divided by, do they want this is divided by 100? Or do they want the answer now? I think now they want the answer. If I miss it again, I miss it again. But 2 places, I have to move the decimal to the left. So 1, what do I do here? I'd have to add a 0. So I have point the 0 that I added, 7, 1. They did want the answer that time. They switch it up on us.
Great effort multiplying and dividing with exponents. Keep on rocking in the Tower of Power.
Okay, I'm going to pause this here. Since I did the whole lesson again, I don't think I'm going to do much in the Tower of Power unless I find something that I think might catch you up. Again, with these, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to use a calculator. If you have one at your house, or just Google a calculator on your screen, you're allowed to use calculators. Okay, so if that should help you out a lot. All right, so there's my Tower of Power. I Zearned it. I think you should be able to handle everything. If not, like I said, come see me in the meet, and I'll be there. So you should be up to lesson 4, like mine says on the screen right there. Lesson 4. That's what yours should say if you're where you're supposed to be. Okay. Other than that, see you guys later.